Okay, let's get back into it. To get you back up to speed, I had some settings that were off, but right now I'm actually recording it's basically a recording of an in-house. It's going to be between teams that comprise of Masters, Grandmasters, and some other talent. So right now we're going to get into it. I'm going to cast it a little bit, and we're going to see how this plays out. So for our bans, we got the Murky ban right off the bat. The reason why is because a lot of people in this group don't like Shenron, the middle player on the right-hand side there. To play that character, it tends to be his main, and he's very proficient with them. So we also got the Artanis ban. They didn't want the extra damage on the Immortal mixed with the potential swaps, it looks like. On the first pick for the blue team, I don't even know. I'm just going to say team left and team right. Team left was Malfurion. Team right was Diablo and Greymane. Beastro and Greymane. Interesting. Okay. So team right picking up... Nice. Team right picking up a really big value with that Greymane there. That's going to help them on the Immortal. However, on the left-hand side, Posh River does pick up Arthas, who is going to be a phenomenal counter. And Drew, phenomenal player, also picks up Maiev. And I haven't seen his Maiev. I'm actually pretty excited. Generally, he can pull some pretty crazy shit out. So we'll have to see what goes down here. So we've got the first 5 picks and both bans out. We're going to see what they try to decide to go for here for the second one. On the left team, it doesn't really look like they have a lot of ranged AA, so a Lunara or a Vala ban might be good here. Or a Zul'jin. They probably won't get rid of Zul'jin, actually. They decided to give up the ban. I don't know if that was BM or if it was just, well, Bistro. I just don't know. I have a feeling in true BM fashion, they're probably going to let this clock run out. No, they are not. They are actually going to ban. Okay. They're looking at the Karazhan ban here specifically because Cam plays with them a lot. And he's getting rid of it. I think they probably want to get rid of Karazhan just in case it may counter Arthas. Arthas is kind of a stationary hero, and that 7-sided strike, when he's staying stationary, can do a lot of damage. So instead, we pick up the Lili. Really solid pickup on this map. Generally, just being able to stop any sort of hardcore auto attacker from being able to do damage. Always a good thing. Grover playing Blaze. That's to be expected. So far, the right team comp is looking pretty solid. They could use probably some more damage or a specialist. That's what I would recommend there. Maybe excuse me, maybe a Lunara or a Vala, or maybe a Nazebo, or a Zagar if they wanted to play that way. The left team here, it looks like they are going to try to pick up, I would guess, a ranged auto attacker, and then maybe a second tank, or a... well, no. I don't know. Let's see what they pick. Okay, so we have Zeratul and Nazebo. Interesting picks. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if the Zeratul is going to get a lot of value. I don't see a lot of targets that it can pick off really quickly. Greymane gets value on Greymane. Lili not so much. And, I mean, the Zeratul can catch a Lili, but it's a process. Not going to get a lot of value on Diablo. And Blaze I'm not sure about. I don't know if a Zeratul blows up a Blaze really quickly. I think it might. We have Hanzo as the last pickup here. Which is actually, it's an interesting pickup. The Hanzo allows for a pretty consistent, what's the word? Ward? Yeah, like a ward for Zeratul. So if Zeratul's walking around, he's already very easy to spot because of the changes to the stealth that's recently been output. But with that, the radar arrow or sonar arrow, however it is, they're going to be able to kind of like zone out a spot with vision and see, oh, Zeratul's trying to, loop around and pick up a pick on, Lili or something like that, or maybe even Hanzo itself. Zeratul into Hanzo, however, I will say, well, no, the Hanzo is actually a pretty good pickup because it has a lot of tools to knock Zeratul out of stealth, so that's pretty solid. We got the Nazebo pickup as well, which is going to be pretty good. As far as wave clear goes, the right team, I mean, they've got Blaze. They've got some wave clear with Greymane. I guess they have some good wave clear. Both teams pretty solid on it. So we'll have to see how this goes. This game's about to get underway here. Regarding lane structure, I expect to see who will be top. I don't know. Maybe Blaze. Yeah, Blaze will take top, and I don't know if he wins that against the Nazebo. And in fact, I don't think he does. So that'll be an interesting lane for Grover. If he's actually still going there. I have to see who goes where. Looks like we got some lag. Some lagging from the Zeratul. This Zeratul, this particular person right here, shitter. Like, really bad at the game. So, if you see this person really bad at the game. Okay, anyway, so here we go. Blaze is taking top. And Chief is just throwing toads. Alright. Look at some dirty damage out there from the Hanzo. It looks like Lili takes some early damage as well. Mayev getting some value on the knife blade strikes there. Savahe taking a lot of damage, and she died. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed that would have been the first person? Alright, so Greymane picks up 2 kills there real quick. Drew is able to follow up, getting the kill on the Greymane. It looks like Malfurion's in a bad spot here. And, man, I want to say that Drew probably could have saved Malfurion there by actually just walking instead of teleporting. Probably could have pulled everyone back and had Malfurion just kind of cut through here, but might have got caught in there too. So Drew's just got to hold it down for the bottom lane. Up at the top lane, Grover is winning handedly with his Blaze. Chief is not holding this down at all. He's looking very low on mana. He's at half health, and he's not landing any of his skills. Talent-wise, he went for Things of the Deep. Okay, this guy might be a shitter. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know who this guy is, but so far, he's not looking great. Drew's going in here. Their bottom lane is not, it's just not happening very well for him. Alright, he's just keeping the spiders out there. He keeps taking pot shots, but he's not going to get a lot of value. And unfortunately, I don't know why you would just go from from the deep here, because you're not going to get a lot of damage value. And with this map being so heavily dependent on you doing damage to certain structures, it's pretty bad. We see that Malfurion gets CC'd there and picked off pretty fast. Drew is consistently trying to do a little bit of poke damage here with the Maiev. He's doing fine, but they don't really have any kill closers, and people are getting picked off at key moments. Also, we have the Zeratul, who's been AFK for the last 2 minutes now or something like that. I'm not really sure. But very bad at the game. Very, very bad at the game. Remember this. Okay, so it does look like Hanzo wins Redemption, which is like the auto-attack build here. He finished his stack, so this is going to be kind of annoying for them pretty early on. Zeratul's going in for some early damage. Not going to get too much value. And Posh... Okay. So I see what Drew's trying to do here. He is setting up so that he can teleport back here, hopefully pull some people back, but it just, unfortunately, I just don't feel like that it might be the best way to go. Right now, the red team has an experience lead of about a level. Oh, Zeratul gets a pick. Zeratul gets the second pick. Interesting. Oh, and then a little celebration there as well. Before the 2 picks happened there, the red team was up by about a level. Naz actually had to back, and Grover was able to take this camp. So Savahe playing the Zeratul was actually trying to clear that. Blue team starting really early on the enemy Immortal. Probably get it down to half health pretty quickly. The red team is going to attempt to get this Bruiser camp to get a little bit of lane pressure and maybe respond to them attacking, or maybe defend their own stuff. One of the two, so. Okay, it is actually not looking good for the red team here. The enemy, the red team's Immortal is going to be on the left-hand side. They have to defend this, they know, so they're going in. Malf is in a weird spot here. Everybody's kind of split, but the red team is staying together. Everyone's coming through. Alright, it looks like the red team is able to successfully defend this off. However, people are looking a little bit lower. Bistro gets a pick on the Nazebo, but he does get caught. He probably will pay for that, but he gets out and gets another kill. It looks like the red team's going to wipe the blue team here. They are in a precarious position, however, because they have to basically manage doing damage to the enemy Immortal and then also defending damage from their own. So they are putting Bistro and Hanzo on the burn, really solid picks, and they're keeping everybody else kind of on the Immortal here. So Red Zero is just kind of poking it. He's trying to get the information play. I feel like Naz is he's just trying to poke it too. I have a feeling Naz is going to feed very quickly. Oh, Drew's coming in, but he kind of gets stopped. Both tanks on the red team are looking low. They're probably going to drop here. Yeah, they both die. And who won the Immortal? The red team ends up winning the Immortals, yeah. So that is the tricky part of Battlefield of Eternity, especially when you lose the early lead on the Immortal. It's because you're always having to manage, essentially, defending your own while also doing enough damage, fast damage, to the enemy one. Mouth gets picked off there. I'm not really sure what happened. It looks like he was in a bad spot, and Diablo kind of put him in a corner, so... luckily, the Immortal is pretty low. It looks like Lily's going to get picked off here. Good CC from Drew, dragging her back, kind of negating that whole fast feet bonus. What I will say right now, Blue does not have anyone currently bot, so the red team is winning the race to 10. It's a pretty important race, especially on this map with how snowbally it is, so... they may pay for that later. Then they're still not responding to the fact that Bistro is going to be able to push this tower, and... yeah, alright. So we'll have to see what happens here. We're going to see the players kind of reset. Bistro is still getting a lot of value down here, completely uncontested. There you go, at least get the tower. Drew's coming down. He's not looking the healthiest, but he does still have a tap down here. We see 2 camps up, the blue team Bruiser, and then the bottom siege camp. So Bistro is currently just filling up, chilling out. Looks like there's a little bit of a push here top. That Naz is going to get picked off, and doesn't turn out too well for him there. It looks like the red team taking that pick is going to start getting some lane pressure with the top siege camp. Mouth, not really sure what he's doing. Maybe trying to set up for some CC, but the Maiev is having nothing of it. Okay, so red team continues to dominate top lane. I don't know why everyone on the blue team left, but they may end up paying for it here. Or they may end up with a really nice fight. Grover could get picked off here, but it doesn't look like he will. We get a little bit of a pull, and a good follow-up route from Red Zero G, the Maltherian. It looks like they will get the kill on Grover here. Drew may be able to teleport, and... nope, no, he is not able to get the teleport follow-up. But Greymane's in a bad spot. Greymane trying to stay with the Maiev as it's walking away because he's an intelligent player. However, it does not help him escape death, unfortunately. Nice little wall by Naz there. Unfortunately, doesn't get a lot of value. That was an interesting graphic gold thing that just happened there. I'm not really sure, but anyway, we're keeping the pressure up on top. Mouth still trying to get those fat roots down. Nobody bottom currently. It is just a slugfest top. We are looking for picks. We're looking for whoever can get an advantage before these Immortals come up. One note, red team does have 10. Blue team should not be looking for a fight here. However, I think they are about to get raffle stomped. We will have to see. Okay, 2 ults do come out. Blue team is actually not looking all that bad. However, Greymane coming in complicates things, brings Arthas rather really low in their health, and Bistro is chasing these kills, but it may be a little greedy. He will die here. Both teams 1 for 1. Honestly, blue team taking that fight without ultimates, pretty good on their end. Grover is going to get picked off here, caught between a rock and a hard place with this Immortal CC and then the Naz wall. I'm taking back what I said about Naz earlier. He's showing some mechanical prowess. That wall, actually, with the things from the deep, is getting a lot of value here. Teams are working on the Immortals right now. The red team, kind of licking their wounds from that failed gank attempt, is just going to take their bruisers and let top lane push. Blue team is able to burn the red Immortal down, and this is a complete opposite from what we saw last time. Red team, however, is able to defend their Immortal on their native side, so they get a little bit of a relief in that sense. There's a lot of poke damage coming up on Grover. It looks like Naz might die. Yes, he does. The Jugs come out from Lily, keeping everybody up on the red team. The blue team is looking low, however, Diablo is in a bad spot. He jumps in the bunker for the cleanse. Red Zero tries to pop Twilight. He gets 1 person with it. Not a lot of value there. Probably could have popped it earlier, but might have sacrificed the death. So Vahe tried to get the pick on the Greymane. Did not work out. Got shut down and stomped the fuck out. Blue team's going to have to get out of there and let red team do their damage on the Immortal. However, respawn timers are still extremely low. I'm sure they will be back ready to contest here very shortly. In the meantime, they're keeping 2 guys on this. This is not the right play, keeping 2 tanks on an Immortal that's on your side of the field. Maybe 1, but that was very strange. Diablo going in deep on the Naz. Red team deciding to have like a weird half fight on the enemy Immortal. Bunker does go down. Bistro playing Greymane is looking low. Blue team is looking for their rallying charge here. Posh completely out of mana and still at half HP. I don't think he ever left. but he's going to go back for a tap now. Both teams just posturing. They're looking for this fight. They know that this is a major one. Whoever gets the first pick is essentially going to be, you know, who goes for it. We're waiting for one pick, and then you're going to see blood in the water, and the teams are going to go. All right, we got a lot of action here. The Bistro here on the Gray Man is split. He was picked off from the Drew. The Zeratul there was also able to pick up the Drew. Yeah, the Drew. Red team is currently trying to continually defend their Immortal. It is not working out great. However, we have a few people in some sticky situations. Drew in the back line here, but the Nazebo is steady doing damage on the Immortal. Red team is steady losing health. Bunker goes down. Good Bunker. Able to put out some damage, but a lot of people are able to kind of get out of there. So Arthas is staying on there, trying to burn it. They've got 2 kills, and what a phenomenal silence by Red Zero G on that Twilight Dream. It was very good. Savaje trying to go for the kill here, not working. Drew pulling the Gray Main back. It's not going to work. They still have that wall. And they're looking a little low, so it's not a great idea to sit there and burn that. Naz is getting value top, and we have the Immortal pushing for the blue team on bottom. I think that the Immortal definitely gets the wall here. We'll see what the fort situation looks like. Greymane is going to respond to this in the Zebo, just kind of getting the free push top. Both teams staying pretty even on experience so far, but with the blue team with that slight lead, having Naz in that lane kind of helps them get this level 13 a little more quickly rather than the enemy team. We'll see if they try to force any sort of fight here. I don't know if they will. The Immortal's almost dead, and it took them a while to go back, recover, and then get back into the action here, so we probably won't see that. Greymane is rotating down from top, so they are not worried about the soak anymore. I think they are looking for a gank. However, blue team is also waiting for it. They are going to be doing the bush party thing. Okay, here's the question. Do they wait long enough for them to do the camp and then come all the way back? What's their dialogue right now is my question. How long did they commit? Because I think... Nope. Okay, so they're not coming up to go gank the Naz. They see that, so they're looking at a fight here. Drew tried to drop the Warden's Cage and then bring people into it. That did not work out all that well. That's all right. Arthas is getting pretty low. We have another Monster Twilight from Red Zero G there. Zeratul does go down. Bistro's kind of in and out of the fight, bobbing and weaving. It looks like Arthas is in a tricky spot, but gets a clutch last-second heal. Drew dropping just Mana Dagger Storms. Look at this. He can do this all day. As long as he hits 2 targets, he is just dropping damage. Look at this. It's just, it doesn't stop. Alright, he didn't only hit Diablo with that one, so that's cooldown. He can come in here. Oh, he got all of them. He got all of them. This could be big. This could be big. We may see some damage. We need a little bit more follow-up. The CC on the red team is really, really strong. We do get a kill. Maybe we see another one. I don't know. That's it, man. Look at that. They were teetering on the cusp of death. Okay, Hanzo does go down, and we're still in this. Red Zero G pushing a little bit too forward. He does tank those tower shots. We get the cups up, and we're looking for this kill on Arthas. Nazebo getting phenomenal value, though. He's pushing this fort. The bottom red fort is almost out, and the red team does end up getting that pick on Arthas. So... the blue team's in a weird spot, so they're losing team fights. I mean, the team fights are hit or miss, right? They're very back and forth. It's a tug of war going on. But the blue team, even for losing that fight, was able to get top fort. They have a camp still pushing, and bottom fort is just looking real low for the red team there. So we'll have to see how the blue team kind of recovers here. Let's see what their strategy is. The red team, again, going for that bruiser camp. They like establishing that lane pressure early when the Immortals start. Blue team is posturing on the red team's Immortal. I think everybody's just kind of feeling themselves out right now. The red team isn't showing on the map as much as the blue team, I'm sure, would like. Naz is now going to sit in some CC and take some more CC. Drew trying to help him. Not much he can do, though. Naz just kind of sat there, unfortunately. So, Drew getting a very, very good Warden's Ring. Dropping them all through here. Red Zero G also getting a very good Twilight. Cam-IM is able to kind of keep everyone up. And Drew does go down from the CC from the red team Immortal. That is a bitch if I have ever seen one. Savaje getting value by taking out the Hanzo there. Drew says, think my game froze, couldn't move. Likely excuse shitter. Anyway, the red team is working on the blue team Immortal right now. The red team is also working on trying to get back together. Diablo getting a good shove right there on that Arthas. The Arthas is looking in a bad spot, but gets a phenomenal root, saving his ass. Really solid job there. Bistro just being disrespectful, really. I mean, what are you doing, sir? We got a support on support crime here, but it looks like Red Zero G will die. will Diablo. Diablo will as well. Now, my question is, okay, that's going to be all of Diablo's soul stacks gone for a, like, mildly good kill, I suppose. I mean, what? Yeah, Malph's down for, like, a total of 30 seconds. So, Diablo lost all of his stacks, which means Devil's Due is low, and Soul Shield, he doesn't have that either. So, he's going to be significantly tanky, or, softer for a little while. Grover is kind of caught here. He's staying in the fight, just getting those heals from his flames. The blue and red team, wow, look at this. Red team getting those picks where they need to, and people getting out when they can. Shenron playing that Diablo, he is dying again, but that's all right. He's not getting a lot of, he's not losing anything this time. The soul stacks and all that aren't too big of an issue. Blue team looking to posture the red team Immortal now. The red team actually was able to do quite a significant chunk of damage to the blue team's Immortal. However, they were not able to get it to halftime. Savaje, oh goodness, wow, look at this. Savaje out there in a group of 3 people getting the fucking pick, dropping out, and making Cam waste his fucking, oh god, I just rewatched that on stream. That was pretty beautiful. Drew in here looking for the teleports. Everybody's just poking around at the red Immortal. Savaje again looking for those value picks where she can get him, or at least some pot shot damage. They're just trying to keep this team low, keep them on their toes. We have more damage coming up. I think the Immortal, yes, we hit halftime on the Immortal. Savaje again going for the gray main. These guys have to be, ooh, sorry about that. The red team has to be a little bit more careful. They have to give this team a little bit more respect. What was that? Wow, okay. That was a little bit of a jump of the gun on the APOC there, but it doesn't matter. Hanzo gets a good Dragon Arrow. Looks like we're going to get that kill on the Nazebo. Drew is currently trying to do his thing with the Maiev. However, the blue team is fighting on top of the red team Immortal. Blue team's mopping up, though. Savaje especially. She's able to find these kills, get them where she needs to, and just knock him down. Drew doing the same thing. Looks like he's going to be able to pull... he's... Okay. Whoa. That was an interesting expose of damage there. Even between the Maiev and the Zeratul, just doing damage to Lily between fast feet and jugs. It just was not a thing. Grover will get picked off here. He did not respect the amount of mobility that this team has. So. Going back to what I was saying earlier. Excuse me. I need some water, actually. Going back to what I was saying earlier. The red team has to respect the blue team more now. The reason why is because the blue team has always had the mobility that they've had in regard. Well, I guess not. The blue team has a lot more mobility, especially with. Let me see what Savaje went. Yeah, Savaje went very standard build for Zeratul. It gives you a lot of mobility. You can jump in and out of fights, in and out towards people very, very quickly, and you get to do a whole bunch of damage. So when you hit 16, Zeratul becomes a constant threat for almost anyone on the team, other than maybe a full stack Diablo. Other than that, you also have Drew, who has his own talents regarding damage specs, and what does he go? Out of curiosity, Blade Dance, Elun's Wrath. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about that. Okay, it looks like they get the pick on Lily. They're going to get Diablo here. This is going to be where Blue snowballs up to a victory. The respawn timers are too small, or too big right now. So Bistro is also going to go down. That gray main going to end up dying. No, he gets out! He gets out! And he... that Blaze dies in one of the worst ways possible. You just get fucking mouth dunked. Oh, and he's Red Zero G out here trying to dance. And of course... he gets punished for it. Zeratul going in for the kill on Bistro, and I think they get punished for that too. They're getting cocky here. They probably could have finished, but with those 2 picks, I don't think it's coming anytime soon. So that's all right. It's just more gameplay, folks. That's what we're here for. Hanzo getting some nice shots on Chief 81 there. So red team's just got a turtle. Blue team's still sitting in a relatively cushy position. They're not perfect, though. Both of their regular forts are gone. They still have both keeps, and I think both walls. Yes, both keeps and both walls. And the blue team is 20. Red team is 18. I think the red team is probably going to feed right here, unless they get a pick on Cam. The red team is literally just going balls for the wall looking for a pick. The red team will probably throw the game here. Grover is going to get caught. Yeah, Grover's... No? Okay. Maybe they just take their bruiser camp and they say, fuck you. I don't know. Okay, looks like Naz is right there. We already have an Artanis at half, or an Arthas rather, at half health. He did pop Army. Shenron gets a nasty Shadow Charge on him, and then we get a fucking Dragon Arrow from Slowdown as well. This is looking like a phenomenal fight for Red, however, and they're dead again. Okay, well, you just can't deal with the damage. Like, right now, fundamentally, the issue is you cannot deal with the damage of Maiev and Zeratul. It is just way too fucking much. Their team is really squishy. I didn't expect the Blaze to die as fast as he was going to, or as fast as he has, rather, but it's just the thing. It's happening, so. Zeratul does get another pick on Shenron, the Diablo there. The only person for the red team that is up is Hanzo. And is he gonna die? Wow! Red Zero G does it again, folks. He dunks on him, man, one-on-one. That is pretty sick, and hits him with the B-steps as well. That is going to be game. We still have Naz sitting on the Immortal, the little engine that could, but they're just gonna go ahead and hit the core here. Blue team is going to win. What is it? 32-26. Very, very close game. Very close game indeed. Let's see, Drew with Maiev ending up 8-3. Savaje going 10-7. And that's another pick. There it is again. Malfi can teleport. That was a phenomenal game. That was a very, very good game. Alrighty, folks. Well, thank you for watching. Probably more to come. But if you like this video, please subscribe, follow, do all of the social media things. And I will see you later. Have a good one.